Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas. Matitindi ang mga developments ng balita ngayon. Yan po yung report ng GMA News. The Department of Public Works and Highways and the Independent Commission for Infrastructure filed with the Ombudsman a recommendation to pursue plunder charges against former Speaker Ferdinand Martin Romualdez and former Ako Bicol Party List Representative Saldico over alleged anomalies in flood control projects. Ito'y kasunod ng statement ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos kanina. Ito yung statement ng ating Pangulo kanina.
Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Kagaya ng aking nasabi nung nakaraang report ko, ay patuloy ang pagre-report ko sa taong bayan tungkol sa mga kaso at saka sa mga impormasyon na nakukuha natin tungkol sa mga flood control project na hindi maganda. At kaya ngayon ay nais kong ipalaman sa ating mga kababayan na ang ICI at saka ang DPWH ay lahat ng nakuha nila na impormasyon ay ibibigay na sa Ombudsman para imbestigahan ng Ombudsman. Ito ay tungkol sa mga impormasyon ng dating Speaker Martin Romualdez at saka ni Saldico. Pag nakita lahat ng ebidensya, baka mag-file ng kaso ng plunder o anti-graft o indirect bribery. Malakas naman ang loob natin na yung Ombudsman ang ginagawa lamang ay sumusunod sa ebidensya. At kung saan tayo dinadala ng ebidensya, doon pupunta ang ating investigasyon. Maraming salamat po. Magandang araw po sa inyo lahat.
And with that, nag-react na rin po si Speaker Martin Romualdez, dating Speaker Martin Romualdez. Yan yung news update po mula sa ABS-CBN. Sabi diyan, former Speaker Martin Romualdez says he is ready to face any investigation after DPWH ICI recommended filing of plunder, graft, and bribery charges against him. Sabi ko sa inyo, si Martin po hindi umiiwas. He will face the music. Diba po? Yan ang magaling na leader. Totoong matapang na leader. Hindi po umiiwas sa investigasyon. Wala na kung ano-ano mga palusot para hindi makaharap sa investigasyon. Di ba? Frontal, mga kababayan, na hinaharap ni Martin Romualdez anumang kaso. At yung ating Pangulo, malinaw sa kanyang statement kung saan dali ng ebidensya, ipafile ang kaso, mga kababayan. Ito yung press con kanina, mga kababayan ni DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon.
That people will be held to account, no matter who they are, no matter how close they are. If the evidence leads to them, they will be held to account. And I think there is no stronger proof point to that than the President's early morning message today, where he reported to the entire country that both the DPWH and the ICI will be referring, and which we already have just an hour ago, to the Office of the Ombudsman, recommended charges against former Speaker Martin Romualdez and former Congressman Saldico. We are basing this referral on evidence. We're not basing it on a video on Facebook. We are basing it on evidence. And the President, as he said here, and as he said this morning, wherever the evidence leads us, that is where we will go, no matter where or to whom it leads to. That is, I think, the biggest assurance and the most important assurance that our President has been repeatedly saying since his famous words at the State of the Nation address in late-July. It has taken 3 months, yes, but as the President always says, we want to be sure. We want to be sure that the evidence is there, and we want to make sure that everyone who needs to be held accountable will be held to account. And I think we are there. A few days ago,
Kaya sabi ng mga nag-react, sabi ni Teresita Cobinar, handang humarap ang taong walang sala. Sabi ni Rima Joy, nag-practice na ba ang lahat? Sabi ni Manuel Austria, yung matapang si Romualdez, ganyan dapat handa. Sabi ni RBN Acosido, andyan si Pinsan, ba't siya matatakot? Binigyan na naman ninyo ng malisya. Ang husgado po, hindi kontrolado ng executive. Tama po? Ito tulad ninyo sa panahon ni Digong na hindi nagpa-function ng maayos yung justice. Sabi ni Hermie Mabilio, the truth will set you free. A script is not allowed. Kung ano-ano na ang mga reactions ng mga tao. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Pag hindi finailan ng kaso, may reklamo kayo. Ngayon na nirekomenda na yung pag-file ng kaso kay Martin Romualdez, binigbigyan na naman ninyo ng malisya. Sabi nga natin mga kababayan, ang pag-file ng kaso, hindi nangangahulugan po na yung finailan ng kaso, yung akusado, guilty na. Just like Sara, just like Digong, or anybody else. Until proven guilty, beyond reasonable doubt, ini-accuse po, sabi sa batas, presumed innocent. Di ba po? There is such thing as presumption of innocence. Kaya nga po si Martin Romualdez, malakas ang loob niya, harapin ang kaso. Kasi sa kanyang paniwala, laman siya pong sala. Walang ebidensya po kay Martin. Walang malakas na ebidensya. Pero kung yan ang gusto nila, kailan ng kaso si Martin Romualdez, mas mabuti po para masagot niya in the proper forum. In the proper forum, mga kababayan, is the court. Di ba po? Kasi kung lagi lang kwento sa media, sa social media, ang mangyari niyan, lahat propaganda. Di ba po, mga kababayan? Sabi ni Martin, ready niya ako to face any investigation. After DPWH, ICI recommended filing of plunder, graft, and bribery charges against him. Ganyan po dapat ang isang leader. Confident siya. Diba? Hindi tulad ni Piatos po, bloodbath pero ayaw harapin yung trial. Handa na harapin ang trial para maidepensa niya ng maayos yung kanyang sarili laban sa mga akusasyon. Di ba? Pero dapat natin pong maintindihan na yung ICI, wala man po silang na-found out na adverse finding. The ICI official transmittal, mga kababayan, to the Ombudsman explicitly states that its referral contains no finding or conclusion of guilt or liability on the part of former Speaker Martin Romualdez. This is the only document that has legal weight on his conduct. Kasi po, we have to understand na yung ICI's referral, mga kababayan, procedural po siya. Hindi man siya po accusatory. Ngayon po, the ICI clarified its submission is not an indictment but a procedural step to allow the Ombudsman to conduct its own independent evaluation. The referral merely forwards transcripts, recordings, and affidavits without any recommendation for charges, without a conclusion of wrongdoing, and without adverse comment. Ganon, mga kababayan. Si Martin Romualdez po, fully cooperated with the ICI. Nang imbitahin siya po, pumunta siya. Tinanong siya, sinagot niya yung mga katanungan ng ICI. Kung ano ang kanyang involvement. Kung ano yung kanyang participation dito sa controversy, sa flood control scam. Voluntaryo siya na nag-appear sa commission. Noong October 14, nag-submit siya ng sworn affidavit, answered questions directly, and placed himself fully under ICI jurisdiction. Yung kanyang cooperation forms part of the official evidentiary record sent to the Ombudsman. Yan ang katotohanan dyan. Fully nakipag-cooperate yung ating dating Speaker of the House. Hindi tulad ng iba na inaakusa po, umiiwas, nagtatago. Si Speaker Martin po, si dating Speaker Martin, hindi po umiwas, hindi nagtago. Yan ang pagkakaiba niya. Gets na ninyo? So sabi dito, the ICI confirmed no evidence establishes liability. The ICI stated that nothing and its evidentiary record establishes liability on Romualdez as of its report submission. This means the month-long review, including testimony, documents, and recordings, did not produce a basis to hold him administratively or criminally accountable. So only the Ombudsman can determine liability, hindi po yung DPWH. The Ombudsman is the exclusive authority over public officials under Article 11, Section 13 of the Constitution and Republic Act 6770. Ang DPWH has no jurisdiction to determine liability for legislative acts, budget amendments, or congressional processes. So any move by DPWH to file charges or even to recommend matters involving a legislator falls outside its mandate and has no constitutional basis. Yung ombudsman lang po, mga kababayan. So another point, mga kababayan, yung ICI forwarded all materials for ombudsman review, not to prejudge. The commission made it clear that its transmittal was only to prevent duplicative or fragmented investigations, and that the ombudsman is better equipped to determine if accountability exists. The referral expressly leaves room for additional evidence, if any, underscoring that none currently points to Romualdez. Yan po ang facts, mga kababayan, ng kwento. So makikita na natin, mga kababayan, na yung ICI's findings directly contradict any implied DPWH accusation. Yung DPWH internal review was done without hearing Romualdez, without jurisdiction, and without authority to assess the actions of a member of Congress. In contrast po, the ICI, the body specifically tasked to investigate flood control anomalies, found no basis to implicate him after giving him an opportunity to be heard as well. So malinaw po yung ICI referral. This is not a case against Romualdez. Walang conclusion of guilt, no finding of liability, no recommendation for charges, no adverse comment, no allegation supported by sworn evidence. So ito po yung legal reality. A procedural referral cannot be twisted into a case. Sending documents to the ombudsman is an administrative requirement. Hindi po siya signal of wrongdoing. The ICI's own wording removes any doubt. The referral is not a judgment, and any issue must be evaluated from the ground up by the ombudsman. Gusto nating linawin yan kasi maraming twisted na kwentong lumalabas sa mainstream media, mga kababayan. Hindi natin alam kung sinasadya for, sabi nga natin, mga kababayan, hindi man natin masisisi minsan sa mainstream media. Kailangan kasi ang kwento dapat kontrobersyal lagi para maraming nakikinig, maraming nanonood. Pag mali, di tama na lang. Di ba? Minsan po yung pagkasulat ng kwento, may gatong, may dagdag. Bakit ko alam? Galing po ako sa mainstream. Bala na. Pagaling pa ako mali yung kwento, magre-react na lang yan yung tatamaan. Ni pagbigyan, mga kababayan, na makapagsalita. Ang importante, may controversy para laging may nanonood sa kwento, may nakikinig. Nagets na ninyo, mga kababayan? So, malinaw po sa kwentong ito na yung competent investigating body, which is the ICI na binuo ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, walang adverse finding na ginawa. ICI made no adverse finding, identified no liability, and forwarded the file strictly for procedural coordination po. So any attempt to convert that into an accusation against former Speaker Martin Romualdez ignores the records and distorts the fact. Kaya po si Martin Romualdez, confident po siya. Former House Speaker Martin Romualdez says he is ready to face any investigation after DPWH ICI recommended filing of plunder graft and bribery charges against him. Ganon mga kababayan. Kaya linawin natin, ito post mismo 5 hours ago ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Oh. Ano sabi niya? At kaya ngayon ay nais kong ipaalam sa ating mga kababayan ng ICI at saka DPWH lahat ng nakuha nilang impormasyon ay i-refer, ibibigay na sa ombudsman para imbestigahan ng ombudsman. Ito ay tungkol sa mga impormasyon ng dating Speaker Martin Romualdez at saka Saldico. Pag nakita lahat ng ebidensya, baka mag-file ng kaso ng plunder. Baka. Hindi pa man nag-file. Baka mag-file ng kaso ng plunder or anti-graft or indirect bribery. Malakas naman ang loob natin na yung ombudsman ang ginagawa lamang ay sumusunod sa ebidensya. At kung saan tayo dinadala ng ebidensya, doon pupunta ang ating investigasyon. Maraming salamat, magandang araw po sa inyong lahat. Malinaw na po. Minsan kasi pinapangunahan natin ang mga agencies at minsan yung ating Pangulo mismo, pinagpapasalita natin nang hindi niya sinabi. Anong sinabi niya lang? I-refer. Baka mag-file ng kaso ng plunder o anti-graft o indirect bribery. Hindi pa man po nag-file, baka mag-file. Kasi i-evaluate muna. So ni-refer ng ICI yung mga findings nila for evaluation kung baka mag-file na ng kaso. Anong uri ng mga kaso na baka i-file? Baka kaso ng plunder o anti-graft or indirect bribery. So yon, mga kababayan, ang totoong kwento. Walang labis, walang kulang. At ang sabi ni Martin, ready siya. Ready siya to face any investigation. After DPWH ICI recommended filing of plunder, graft, and bribery charges against him. Ayos na pa. O ano, masaya na kayo? Hindi pa rin masaya? Iba kasi ang gusto ninyong mangyari. Ang gusto ninyong mangyari, isabit yung ating Pangulo. Napakalinaw po doon sa kwento ni Ping Lacson. In fairness niya sa ating Pangulo, napakabait kasi. Ginamit yung ating Pangulo po para makapangwarta yung iba. O, di ba? Pero hindi po yon kinukonsente ng ating Pangulo. Kaya nasibak si Bersamin, yung kanyang pamangkin. Ngayon po.
Page 322,
Ping Lacson.
construction of riverbank structure including irrigation system, integration of Longpolo River at Sitio Lawaan, upstream, right side, Mall Cebu, Package 3, 100 million. Total, 1.15. Kung gusto kasi ng iba, paniwalaan natin na sa Pangulo ang nag-utos mag-insert. But it doesn't make sense to me, Mr. President. That's why I'm trying to explain this to our colleagues and to the members of the DBCC family para maliwanagan naman natin and in the presence of the media, maliwanagan naman natin na hindi kasama ang Pangulo kasi yan, common sense. Siya nag-utos, ibibito niya.
Correct.
Siya nag-utos, i-FLR niya.
Interjection, Your Honor.
Yes, sir.
Just for clarity, the handwritten letter was given to the President yesterday.
I think Monday, Mr. President.
Yesterday. And
At
thereafter,
2 p.m.
And thereafter, he asked.
There were resignations.
He asked for the resignation.
In this case, Mr. President, Cortes' resignation is a euphemism for firing.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
You know, Mr. President, the President is a very kind-hearted person. You know, I would have suggested to the person who brought to the President or delivered to the President the handwritten narration of Mr. Bernardo. I would have suggested na tanggalin niya and then order an investigation. Otherwise, how can you insulate the president kung courtesy resignation? But that's water under the bridge because it did not happen, Mr. President. And I will still strongly suggest that an investigation is in order. Because, you cannot, just fool around and misrepresent the President of the Republic of the Philippines. No matter how kind-hearted he is, let's not take advantage.
Ginamit lang
Yun
po
yung
yung ating
nakakasama ng
Pangulo
loob.
sa insertions. Kaya binito po ng ating Pangulo, hindi lang 100 billion, 194 billion. Kung sabit sa insertion mismo yung ating Pangulo, tulad ng sinasabi nila, bakit talaga ibibito pa niya? Siya nga yung nagpa-insert, pagkatapos binito niya, mas malaki sa in-insert na 100 billion. Yan ang punto po. Kaya malabo itong mga sinasabi nila. Tapos, anong intensyon talaga? Siraan. Una, si Pinsan, si Martin Romualdez, para i-link yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos at ma-justify ang pag-destabilize nila at iupo si Sara Duterte na pro-China. Kaya po, ang sabi, ang destabilization po, itong mga rallies na to, may nagpupundong foreign actors. Huwag kayong paguguyo sa kanila, mga kababayan. Protect the President. We really have to protect the President. At huwag kayo maniniwala sa mga paninira nila kasi maitim yung kanila pong intensyon sa ating Pangulo. At siyempre, ang intensyon talaga nila, yung ating bansa. Makontrol ng foreign actor po ang ating bansa. Konektado to sa West Philippine Sea po. At yung mga activities ng mga foreign nationals, mostly Chinese nationals, mga spies, ginugulo po yung ating bansa. Di ba po, mga kababayan? So ingat po tayo sa mga kwento mula po sa kanila, mga propaganda at paninira. Idagdag ko na lang ito, mga kababayan, kasi Miss Universe beauty pageant sa Thailand, pumasok sa top 5 si Atisa Manalo. Yan o. Sabi diyan sa report ng GMA, malapit na tayo sa ikalimang corona. Atisa Manalo enters the top 5 of Miss Universe, 74th Miss Universe Beauty Pageant. Sa Thailand po ang coronation, ang event ginagawa. Ito yung latest Third runner-up pala siya. Congratulations, Atisa Manalo, Miss Universe, third runner-up. Tapos na pala. Third runner-up siya. 8 minutes ago.